want my students to have their own copy of a Google Doc to edit and submit to me. This video demonstration will show you how to do just that, and it's called Google Drive Assignments in Schoology. From the teacher perspective, when I go to access this assignment in Schoology, I'm going to scroll to find it. Here is the Google Drive assignment that I had created, and this is what it looks like. So as the teacher, I will have the Assignment tab, In Progress, and Submissions. Under the Assignment tab, I will see any directions that I have provided my students and any other resources like a file pulled from my Google Drive, a video, links to other websites will be included in that as well. I will also see the In Progress tab. In Progress is those students who are still working on the document or have yet to open the document. You can see here that I have a couple students who have yet to start this assignment, and so I get this message that lets me know that they haven't opened it yet. All my other students who may have already started, I can click on their names and I will be able to see the document right here in this side, and I can see how far along that they've come. I can offer good quality feedback as they're progressing. For submissions, again, this is what it looks like when a student is also in progress, but notice this is submissions, so these are ones that kids have finished. Now I can click on any student and I can see their document, or in this case, a Google Slides presentation. Now, it isn't very big in this case because it is a Google Slides presentation. I can click open here and it will open in Google Slides in a bigger window so that I can better utilize the tools in Google to help add comments. For example, I can use the commenting feature to provide some feedback and have a little conversation over here on the side with my student. Maybe they need to fix something, so I can type that in this comment and they will be able to fix that. Once a student has finished and submitted the assignment, if I have selected that this is a graded assignment, I will be able to add the grade right here. And I can also click exception and note whether it's missing, incomplete, or excused. Not only do I have these tools over here that help me with grading and better accessing the document, I also have the ability to unsubmit an assignment. If for whatever reason, maybe a student didn't finish, or maybe they just need to fix some things, I can unsubmit it, and at that point, it's going to put it back into the In Progress tab, and students are going to be notified of that unsubmission. From a student perspective, when I click on this assignment, you will see the Assignment tab and the My Document tab. So students do not see In Progress or Submissions, but they do see, again, the directions that you provided in the description box. And when they click on My Document, that's when their own copy of this assignment will populate. And it takes just a few seconds for it to load, but you can see in this particular assignment, I am to read the directions up here and complete this chart here. As a student, I can also click Edit, similar to how I can open this up in a separate window as a teacher. It's going to open up in Google Docs, as you see here. And when I am finished as a student, I can click Submit Assignment. It's going to give me this dialog box. I'm going to click Yes, Submit. And then it's going to give me the acknowledgement that my assignment has been submitted. Now, as a student, I can also unsubmit this assignment if the due date has not passed. You can see here that it says you cannot unsubmit after the due date has passed. If the due date had not passed, I would see a button right here that says unsubmit. And so students, again, can unsubmit those assignments up until that due date. To get started, you want to make sure that the document that you want your students to have their own copy is already set up and ready to go. Once you're in Schoology, you'll simply click Add Materials, Add Assignment. Once this loads, you'll want to add your assignment title, and you're going to add any directions that your students need to follow. As with all things in Schoology, in the description box, you have your rich text editor up here, and you can also use this Insert Content button to insert images, media, videos, links, information from your Google Drive resource app or additional documents that your students may need to have access to in order to complete the assignment successfully. You can pull videos straight from YouTube if necessary. This Insert Content button can really help amplify the activity that your students are doing. Of course, you can also attach files saved to your computer, links. You can pull from your Google Drive here as well. These attach similarly to how they attach on an email. If you choose your Insert Content button, those items actually get embedded or linked right within this description box. To move forward with creating your Google Drive assignment, notice that you have a Google Drive assignment button below your description box. This is what you need to click on in order to make a copy of the document for each student. So I'm going to click Google Drive Assignments, and my Google Drive resource app is going to load, which will allow me to locate a document that I want to use. So I want to use this Untitled presentation for right now for demonstration purposes. I'm going to click once on it and I'm going to click Attach. Once it's attached, notice it gives you a message that says this will create a copy of your file for each student. You are good to go there. From that point on, you can give it a due date. Make sure you choose a category. And you can also use the individually assigned button to give it to certain kids if you need to. And then you're going to click Create. Now, once that assignment is created, you'll see that the assignment appears at the bottom. I'm going to click on it. And as a teacher, I'm going to see 3 tabs at the top: Assignment, In Progress, and Submissions. Where I see Assignment, this is going to show the directions that I have included for this particular assignment. If I have used that Insert Content button to add a video or to add a link or another document from my Google Drive, those things will also appear here. As a teacher, I will be able to click on In Progress, and I will see a list of all of my students who are in my class. Now, because not a single one of my students has yet to click on the document and open it up, I get this message, okay? And I will see that until the student has clicked on the document to open it up. The In Progress tab shows work that students are in progress of working on. It has not yet been turned in by the student. If I click on Submissions, this area will list my students' names, and it will show which students have submitted the materials. Google Drive Assignments is an organizational dream. Google and Schoology work really well together to keep everything nice and tidy where you don't have to lift a finger. So if you remember from the Learn from Home period where students may have emailed you work, they may have shared Google Docs with you, they may have messaged you in Schoology, knowing where student work was very difficult, very chaotic, and very unorganized. When you use Google Drive Assignments, all those problems disappear. The very first time that you create a Google Drive assignment and your student has clicked on that assignment, Google and Schoology work together to create automatically a new folder in your drive called Schoology Google Drive Assignments. And when you click inside this folder, you will see folders for each of the classes that you have in Schoology. So I can see here that I have a blended learning class. When I click on this, I will then see a folder for each assignment, each Google Drive assignment that I have assigned my students. And when I click on that assignment, I will then see all of my students' work right here in a folder, automatically organized for me. And again, I do not have to lift a finger. I do not have to move assignments. It's all done automatically. And I can, as with any Google document or Google file, I can open this up and have access to those student files. The most important thing to remember about this special folder, especially if you have a collaborative teaching partner, even if that collaborative teaching partner is an administrator in your Schoology course, when they go to click on the assignment in Schoology, they will not have access to student documents or student submissions. So what you have to do is you have to navigate to the course that you have a collaborative teaching partner with, and you need to share this folder with your collaborative teaching partner. And when I share it with my collaborative teaching partner, I want to make sure that they have editing access. And then I just click send and they will be notified and they will have access to that folder and to all student submissions from then on out. So make sure to do this at the beginning of the year when you have your new collaborative teaching assignments. That way everybody has access. So as we begin to wrap up, I just want to remind you guys of two important things. One is don't forget to share the Schoology Google Drive assignment for the appropriate class with your collaborative teaching partner so that they will always have access to the assignments in the class that you guys teach together. And also don't forget, when copying to other courses, when you copy a Google Drive assignment to another course, you have to reattach the Google file. Here's an example of what I mean by that. So I have copied this assignment from my other sandbox to this sandbox course. When I click on this assignment, notice that it doesn't open up like the other Google Drive assignments. This is actually just a regular Schoology assignment where I did not click that Google Drive assignment button to choose a file. So again, when copying from another course, I have to go back in to the assignment, edit it, click Google Drive assignments, and reattach that Google file, just like so. So when you copy all the assignment title, the directions, anything you include in this description box, your due dates, categories, all of that copies over. It's just this part right here, the most important part actually, that does not copy over. So remember to do that. Here's some bonus information for you. These are two great troubleshooting tips for when you have an issue where the document doesn't load for you or a student, or you get some random error messages popping up over here, maybe that says access denied or something like that. The first troubleshooting tip is to click here where it says can't see your document, click here. What that's going to do is it's going to prompt you to reconnect your Google Drive, okay? A lot of times this fixes the issue. If it doesn't fix the issue, the other secret is to click on Resources, click Apps. Your Google Drive Resource app is going to load over here on the right. And you can click Options, Account Settings, and it may show that you're connected with your Google account, but go ahead and try reconnecting and see if that doesn't fix it. Then go navigate back to the assignment and see if it fixes it. If it does, you're good to go. If it doesn't, then I would have your student try those same two troubleshooting tips as well, whether it's to click can't see the document, click here, or to go to Resources, Apps, and then reconnect the Google Drive there. That should solve your issues. So that's it. That's Google Drive assignments in a nutshell. If you have any questions or need more support, as always, reach out to your ITRT.